Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about another portable skilling setup, which is going to make a significant profit throughout our skilling. So we did something similar to this with the fletching video, where we highlighted how a fletching outfit and also the 4th free edition of the fletching workshop gave you massive ability to make profit, even though when you worked things out, it didn't actually make you profit at all because of the extra percent. So we kind of did a video similar to this at Christmas time with fletching the onyx and the century bolts. And basically it was to highlight the importance of certain items to the setup, which actually produced extra items for you. And these would bring the profit, the hourly profit, which was involved in the money making method. So basically, just to break that down again, if you were to do a normal price check, you wouldn't make money. But because of things like the portable and some skilling outfit stuff and the brooch of the gods, that's what made you the profit, the extra you're making because of these items. So Herblore is very similar, and we're going to go through this and two very profitable potions where this can be involved in also making a significant amount of profit. So we're going to talk through the setup and some other things to unlock as well before going into high tier Herblore, and this will make you profit throughout your training and quite a high margin per hour as well. So similar to the fletching video, the Brooch of the Gods is here. And a Brooch of the Gods is a massive investment. And if you're going to be looking to be doing some form of portable skilling where you're going to be getting items in return, it's definitely something for you to consider. Like early game account, it's definitely worth picking up because of the amount of portables you're going to use. Or if you're going for 120 and 200 mil, a Brooch is definitely worth it. However, currently a price for Brooch of the Gods is 144 mil. Now, over the lifespan of your skilling, will you make that much more money because of the Brooch? Probably yes, and especially when you're dealing with high tier and expensive secondaries or skilling items, if you're saving resources because of the brooch, it can quite easily pay itself off. So for an example, in this term, one of the first videos we're going to look at is super runecrafting potions. Now super runecrafting potions are very high profit per hour, but also very high risk, mainly due to the price of a secondary. So the secondary is the yak milk, and that is a price of 209k. And I had to pay a little bit over that as well. And if you're saving that, or if you're creating another super runecrafting potion, which is 200k each, that doesn't take long to rack up to make a significant amount of change. So yes, very worthwhile doing. But anyway, along with our brooch, we have the botanist mask. Now the botanist mask gives you a 5% chance to create another potion, which is what we're all about. The botanist amulet will give you a chance of creating a high dose of potion. So if you're making bracket 3s, it gives you the chance to create a bracket 4. Now that doesn't sound a lot, but if you're making something again for a super runecrafting potion, which is 200k for a 3 dose, if you save a dose and you make another one, that's an additional 70k profit per hour. So all these little things will eventually build up over time as well. And also the most important thing as well, which is why we're on World 84, the treasured world, is using a portable well. Now, portable well, which is what the brooch works in sync of, gives you a 10% chance to create a double resource, which is what we're aiming for. So all these extra potions we're going to make because of the brooch and because of the well and the botanist mask is going to give us quite a sizable chunk of the profit per hour we're going to be looking for. So that's basically the setup. So for this, botanist mask, the brooch, the botanist amulet, and the portable all work together. Now, because of the community spotlight, we have quite a good event here where you get a 20% chance to save resource or make extra. So I'm actually not going to do that because that's going to affect the profit we're going to make per hour with the two potions we're going to be making. So we've briefly gone over it anyway. So the first potion we're going to be making is the super runecrafting potion. So to do this, we're going to need a normal runecrafting potion and a yak milk, and that's going to be a price of 227k. But if we look at the price of a super runecrafting potion, that is going to be at a price of 161k. Now, it's not going to sell for 161k because we're going to put it in higher offer, but also with the extras we're going to make over this period of making these potions, we're going to do a sample size of 200, basically because I was worried it wasn't going to work, so I didn't want to invest in too much yak milk because it'd be a struggle to sell for the price I bought it for. So we're going to go and make this potion for our sample size. We're going to see if it's worthwhile doing in terms of XP, worthwhile doing in terms of profit, and then come back afterwards. But to do this, you can't, you basically have to use the well every time you do it. Sometimes if you're going to do like a primal potion, you can put the primal potion on your bar, and then you can just click that rather than go to the well. But for this time, I'm sure we'll manage, and we'll just go back and forth to the well as well. Now, as you see there, our botanist amulet has just turned that into a bracket 4. So we've already made 70k addition onto that. The scroll of efficiency from Dungeoneering, when doing this level of Herblore and things which are expensive in terms of secondary, is an absolute must. Now that gives you a 1 in 10% chance to save a secondary ingredient. And as you can see here, we've saved 2 yak milk. That's 400k we've just saved because of the scroll of efficiency. Now, the scroll of efficiency really doesn't cost a lot. It's 10k Dungeoneering tokens and I think something like 60 Dungeoneering. It probably isn't that essential for like your lower to mid-tier Herblore where your secondaries are like 1 to 2k. But when you start paying like 10, 20, 30k upwards for a secondary, it is absolutely essential. We've just saved another 2 yak milk there. And as you can see, the scroll of efficiency really doesn't take long to rack up making profit. So in terms of XP per potion, this is just under 230 XP. With all my buffs, I'll have the clan buff, the pulse cores, and also the outfit as well. You can have the factory flash powder outfit if you wanted to have a little bit more chance to make some more doses. However, I will not go to that place and I'm too lazy to go in AFK on Spotlight to go and buy the pieces. But again, that is very much a valid addition to this setup. If you were to have like a couple of pieces of the flash powder outfit, that would also give you more chance to proc the ability to make some extra doses. But again, that was another info where the scroll of efficiency saved me 2 yak milk. And it won't really take you long to get those 10k tokens. If you are a higher level, you could do elite dungeons, get the tokens there. If you're a lower level and you're not intending to do Herblore for a little while, you'll probably pick the tokens up just from doing your treasure hunter spins or doing any like community stuff where there'll just be a form of reward. The tokens really are sort of dished out a little bit easy nowadays, so you don't necessarily have to do Dungeoneering. You can have the ability to get them from other things. And the difference in Herblore now is that Herblore before was an absolute money sink in something where you would spend quite a lot of money to train it quickly. Nowadays with Herblore, all the potions train it quickly. Herblore is a very, very quick skill to train. Obviously some train it quicker than others. But if you do Herblore in the right way, you should see Herblore as a significant way to make some money. Doing a decent run of Herblore, especially in the lower tier or early stages of your account, can make you enough money to build your account from if you sort of do it in the right sort of potions. Obviously, to start with, you will do it in like smaller chunks where you will only do a couple hundred potions at a time. But through profit and through like consistency, you can build them up to where you're starting to buy and sell tens of thousands at a time as well. Right, so we've finished there and the results are actually pretty good. So we've made we've made a total of 22 extra potions. Now, if we would consider that those 22 extra potions were 200k, that's an extra 4.4 mil we've made. We've saved 25 yak milk, which is a little bit over 10% of our potions, which again is a little bit of RNG on our side, but it will balance over the large scale of things. Now, 25 yak milk doesn't sound like a lot until you price check it and then realize it is like 5 mil. So 5 mil there and the extra 22 potions, which is another 4 mil. From saving and making extra, we've like found 10 mil just from that. And the other thing as well is when we did the price check, the super potion was significantly less. But as you see here, admittedly, this took a while to sell, but that potion sold for 240k, which is a 20k profit on what the cost was. And this is why it's so important to check your margins, because you can make sure that you will make enough profit from this. So for this potion, we've bought the yak milk for 196,222, and we've also bought the runecrafting potion for 10.6k. So for a complete super potion, we spent 206,879 gold pieces, and that's the level we're going into detail on this one. We're really going to work the spells out. Now, don't get me wrong, like the difference here on price is massive. And could I hold out and probably get that price? Yeah, maybe, but I want to be realistic with you guys, and this could take a week to sell. And the reason why this is so high in the whole demand is for this super runecrafting potion is because it's used for the power burst of sorcery. It's used for the potion to make double runes, so people will pay quite a high price for a power burst of sorcery. Not quite 190k, which is probably what's brought the price down a little bit, but it will be very, very high, and the potion is high. So what we're going to do, we're just going to work out. Also, I'm just going to decant these all into bracket 3. So if I was to sell these for 190k, that would pretty much cover us for costs, because if we were going to do 200 of the potions at that price, we're basically going to be at 41.3 mil. So for the price we bought all the stuff for, 41.3 mil is where we would be, and we've covered that with the price of these potions. So then that means the yak milk is complete profit, and the yak milk is a price of 5 mil. As you can see, that's probably taking me something like 10 minutes to do. And then once you multiply that by how much you can do per hour, obviously it's going to need quite a cash injection to be able to do that for a full hour. You can see the sheer profit of these super runecrafting potions. But I'm going to put these in for... Actually, I'll put them in for now, 109k, because we can sell them. And then we'll put the yak milk into sell as well. So that actually worked. I was surprised by how well that did work in the end. Right, so back to 4.3 for our last potion. We're going to be making Super Sour Brews. And Super Sour Brews basically work on the same context as the Super Runecrafting potions. Basically, we've got a very high cost secondary, and we're looking to either make extra potions because it's a high costing potion, or save secondaries for our profit. So if we were to look at a Sour Brew, 6.4k, and then a wine, so we're basically 51k. If we were to create one now, that is a price of 52k. So you're making a little bit making the potion, but really, where you're going to make the bulky profit, and that's basically how the skilling world is now at the minute with Herblore especially, is where you're going to make your profit is what you either make extra through portable procs or from saving in terms of the scrolls of efficiency or the other skilling versions of the scrolls as well. So with this one, a bit different to how we did the runecrafting potions, we're basically going to go until we've ran out of wines of sorrow. So we're going to use our sorrow brews as a counter. We're going to go to 9.8k. I'm going to go and do that sort of in peace just so it doesn't make the video longer than it needs to be, and we'll come back from there. And there we go with all the super brews as well. So super brews also, you can convert them into a flask and you'll probably make a little bit more. But again, check the margins. But as you can see here, we have a total of 13.2 mil. And I think for this, because it was roughly about 50k, I think at most would be at 10.5 mil. So it made 2.7 mil in 10 minutes as well, which you can see like with the savings you have in here and with like the procs of all the portable stuff, you can really see why like high tier Herblore and high price secondaries, those are the potions which really do make huge profits. And it's mainly down to this setup here. But again, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy me like to show these sort of setup videos or these higher tier, high profit, kind of high risk methods of making money as well. Herblore will always be the undoubted like best artisan skill to make profit with as well. And these two are like two of the highest methods you'll see on the wiki, but they do have a little bit of risk related to them as well. But from what my experience with it as well, I've always sort of made profit from it. Don't get me wrong, I'll always buy the secondaries as low as I can to give me a smaller risk if possible as well. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. I know the fletching video went down really well, so I'm hoping this Herblore one will also go down really well as well. Hope you've enjoyed again. If you have, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm pushing for the 4k total now. 4k is the goal for this year. So if you can help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. But I hope you guys enjoyed again. I will be back tomorrow with another video. I know we had a little break, but that won't be for too long anyway. So thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.